All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to sunny Florida. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series finishes out the season tonight at Palm Springs Speedway. It's race number 10, the final race of the season. And we're going to crown the champion here tonight. 98 laps at this great track here. It's going to be a lot of good side-by-side racing. Thanks so much for joining us. We got flag to flag coverage for you tonight here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's the Buschwackers Series, the biggest stock car race on a Friday night, that's for sure. And it is live right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, hey, thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. We got a great one for you tonight. Little stock car action. So we are in the practice session, just finishing up practice here. Again, thank you so much for coming in. Right now, 22 drivers joining us in here tonight. So big field, great track here at Palm Springs. Just a little over 8 minutes left to go in the practice session before we go to qualifications. We'll take a look at the track here at Homestead. Mile and a half. It's not. I'm not gonna call this a cookie cutter. This definitely isn't a cookie cutter. It's a track beast in its own. I really like this track. It's a great one. Banking in the turns 18 to 20 degrees. Progressive banking down the straightaways at 3 degrees. And a great track located in Miami, Florida. We know this is Homestead, but in game known as Palm Springs. Great track, very fun track. This is one of my favorite tracks here, favorite ovals to drive. It's a really fun track, a lot of great side-by-side racing, great strategy. You can win this on pit strategy here, so we may see that tonight with these drivers here. And again, this is Palm Springs Speedway, mile and a half track here, 98 laps tonight. It's the final race of the season, and it has been a great season. I'm your commentator, your broadcaster, your commentator, your director, the guy you want to beat when the streams aren't going right, Heath Johnson. Thank you so much. I got Sadie beside me here, and one of these days I want to get her up on camera. But hey, thank you for coming in. It's going to be a good one here tonight. Take a look at the where we've been here this season. Of course, finishing out tonight here at Palm Springs Speedway, Atlanta. What a great race that was. We threw Iowa on the schedule. Dover was a great one as well. Daytona, that was a barn burner finish there at Daytona this season. Gateway Speedway, we tried that track out. Ended up being a great one for us. Nashville as well. So kudos to Paulo Chachalowski on converting those two tracks over. And what a great addition to the stock car series. Bristol Motor Speedway was a great race as well. Great short track action there at Bristol. Talladega, also a good race. Texas, man, had a little bit of fisticuffs there at Texas last week. So hopefully that doesn't carry over to tonight, but you never know. Palm Springs will decide the championship here tonight. Felipe Granado joining us in the chat here. Good luck to him tonight. Boa noche. I think he's out here on the track. 23 drivers now joining us. Well, we look at the point standings coming into tonight's race. Colin Matiak there with a pretty decent little lead there, 18-point lead over Ed Palumbo. Lucas Sinfner with 317 is got an outside shot. I think you're really looking at three guys there vying for the championship. Sean Jacobs 311 there, also an outside shot. Things really have to go right for, I think, Luca and Sean. Certainly Ed is in the money there as far as. They're in the hunt there as far as winning the championship, but Colin's going to probably have to have some bad luck here tonight for Ed or Luca or Sean to be able to pull out a win, a championship. So, I tell you what, man, if anybody can do it, those three guys, really could make a run for it here. So a big field too. That's something to really keep in mind when we start thinking about championship run here. I want to thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on the YouTube channel. As always, peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's being cool to one another. And we had a little bit of snow today here in Indiana. Man, I'm ready for winter to be over with. Let's get into spring and start getting some warmer weather going on. I'm not a big fan of winter weather, but it is what it is. Had a little bit of snow, and we're here in the warm, cozy home today or this evening and broadcasting this race. And I want to say thank you for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know where you're here. Share my videos with all your friends across any social media platform. Really appreciate that if you would do. If you do that, and then really I'm just honored that you would be here to watch the race tonight. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so, and then encourage your friends to come here and subscribe as well. Got some great racing going on, not only stock cars, but also GT3 racing. We got a great one coming up for you tomorrow, and we'll talk about that as the race comes up here this evening. If you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, there's a donate button right up in the top there in the banner of the channel. And also you can go down into the channel here, down in the description of this race, and follow that to the there's a link there to follow to the Fanatec or the Fanatic website. Thanks to all those people who have gone there. And then also EliteHostingUSA.com hosts our servers there. And Will Dunbar does a great job of managing the service, providing service for us. And you definitely want to, if you're interested in an rFactor 2 designed server, catered server, I should say, give that one a look. EliteHostingUSA.com. That's down in the description of this race. Again, thank you for coming in. Got a good one. Got about 2 minutes left to go here before we hit the qualification session. Make sure the side-by-side is working. Looks like it is. That's good news. We got another side-by-side hitting you in the face here. Been working on this a little bit. This is a no-nonsense side-by-side. Right there we go. We got that going on, so hopefully that'll look pretty good for you tonight. We'll use that on occasion when I remember. Speaking of that GT3 series, we got Riverside coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TurnLeftTV. Live, a 50-minute race from Riverside, and this is going to be the stock car version of Riverside, too. So this is going to be flat out, man. High Octane Racing League GT3 series. You might see 23 drivers out. That is the number of pit stalls we have on that track, so we might actually see somewhere around 23 drivers. So that's coming up tomorrow right here live on TurnLeftTV, the HORL GT3 Series at Riverside International. All right, getting ready to go to qualifications. Take a look at the session results there. Romulo Silviera, the top time in practice session, 31.039. See Paul Brown second, Reese Kennedy third, Colin Matiak fourth, Preston Hassel fifth in the time there in practice. Sean Jacobs, Ed Palumbo, Jim Willis, Claudio Bardelli Jr., and Lawrence Stopperworth rounding out the top 10 in practice. You see places 11 through 20 in the practice session. Lucas Sinfner 16th there. That's a notable one since he's in that points hunt there. And then 21 and 22 in the practice session. So we are now in the qualification session. These guys are going to get their laps in here, and I think qualifying position pretty important here. So definitely something we're going to think about as these guys got 10 minutes to qualify and do their 2 laps qualifications. So I've been working on a schedule here, so we're going to think about what's coming up here as far as the schedule is concerned. We'll get that out very, very soon. Excited about the schedule. We're going to do a Winter 2 season. I think we can get another season in. We'll be running into March there with that season, maybe late March, mid to late March, but nonetheless, I think we're going to do another 10-race season here, and then we'll start that spring season. About late March, mid to late March, we'll start spring season. We'll take a look at Preston Hassel as he makes his qualification attempt. In the 27 car. Jair Oliveira here joining us in the chat session. He should be out there qualifying right now. Said, hey, gents, good luck to all. Good luck to you too, JJ. As Preston Hassel making his qualification attempt. Hopefully the sound is okay. I've been working on OBS there, trying to get things back after a Windows update. So the sounds... Hopefully they're jiving all right. Sounds, at least from my perspective, sounds pretty good, but might be different on your end. Preston Hassel right now second on the grid with his time. Paul Brown, top time, 31.318 is that time so far. Top time with Paul Brown. Preston Hassel, 31.659. Currently third on the grid as Colin Matiak turns in a lap. Take a look at Sean Jacobs in the 24 car. One of our Pennsylvania drivers. Oh, a little bit of wall right there. He might have scraped the wall there coming off, man. He was very, very close. So he was really, really close to the wall there. 31.648 is Sean's time. He's currently 5th on the grid. Take a look at the 54, Ed Palumbo. One of our championship contenders in the second in points coming into tonight's race. And this is a guy here, he realizes how important it is, for qualification position there. So he likes to start a little bit late in qualifies, kind of see where everybody's at, and then make a run at it. That's sort of his mantra. So we'll see how it works out here for Ed as he pushes his car. The 54 car, Mellow Yellow sponsor machine, 31.646 that time for Ed there in that first lap. So a good run there for Ed. '15th on the grid here so far. Let's see where this second lap hits him. Coming down that straightaway there, 31.577. It's currently 11th on the grid. How about Luca Sinfner in that 21 car, one of our young guns. 16-year-old driver there, 31.617 for Luca in his first lap. Luca's got a little bit of work to do right now, 14th on the grid. We'll see what this second lap is like. That first segment, second segment, just a little bit slower. Coming off turn 4. A little bit of shaky right there. He was hugging that line, and 31.605, who moves up to 13th on the grid. But Felipe Granado going to get his laps in here, coming around that access road. He's driving the 5X car here tonight. Got about 4.5 minutes left to go in the qualification session. Felipe trying to get his laps in. Top time so far, Colin Madiak, 31.255. Here we go, Felipe Granado with his first lap. Now 20th, or that 5X machine. .140 right now, 21st on the grid. He's got a little work to do on lap number 2. Coming around turn 3 here through turn 4. Let's see what this time is going to be. Felipe Granado, 31.724. Who has 20th on the grid here. So 20th starting position for Felipe, and then 5X machine. Thiago Gomez in his 7X car going to get his qualification attempt in here. So he probably will be the last qualifier here. The 7X machine, the Toyota. Thiago Gomez. .24 drivers joining us. Thiago, his first lap, 31.837. Right now, 22nd on the grid. Got a little bit of work to do on this lap. So if he can move up the grid here, get a little bit better starting position coming off turn 4. 7X, Thiago Gomez, 31.966. So Thiago will start in the 22nd position. So that finishes up that for Thiago Gomez. Colin Maniac top time. Paul Brown starts outside pole in second. Preston Hassel will start third. Lawrence Stopworth will start in the 4th position. See Romulo Silverieta starting in 5th. Sean Jacobs starting in 3rd row outside. Arthur Vieira starting in 4th row inside. Reese Kennedy outside row 4. So a great little qualification session. 24 drivers joining us. How about that, huh? And again, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I always appreciate the patronage, people coming in. Take a look at the side-by-side view. Got to change the size of that driver widget there. I changed it, I think, for the other side, so we'll have to get that fixed. There we go. We got that fixed. But hey, thank you for coming in and finishing up the qualification session. I was looking at a couple drivers there, 7X and the 2X, just making sure that side-by-side works. And then I would also like to say, again, thank you for coming in. And again, peace to everybody out there. Hey, look at that, the 7X car right there. Hey, if you'd like to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me on one of those 2 Discord addresses right there just below, the Heath Johnson, the TurnLeftTV addresses. Please follow me on Facebook at TurnLeftTV1 and Twitter at TurnLeftTV to get some updates when races are coming up. And then also, please go down in the description of this race and click on that Help Me Out link over. Follow that over to the Fanatec website. And again, thank you to all those folks who have made purchases there, and at least click on it and visit the site if you're interested in buying a wheel, pedals, wheelbase, shifter, something like that, something for sim racing. Please give those guys a look, and if you decide to buy from them, please follow that link and help me out. And again, thank you so much for coming in. Also, the Elite Hosting USA link is in the description of this race. Did I say EliteHostingUSA.com? I think I did. EliteHostingUSA.com, providing our servers. They got a perfect servers package for you for rFactor 2. So if you're interested in a league server, please give EliteHostingUSA.com your consideration. Some pre-packaged plans for you for your self-managed server. ZiaComics.com is your nerd headquarters for all things comics. Action figures, games, comics, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That's ZiaComics.com. It is your nerd headquarters. I'm a little bit of a nerd. So we'll take a look at the session results there. Colin Maniac will start in P1. Paul Brown second. Preston Hassel will start in third position. Lawrence Stopperworth fourth. Romulo Silvietta will start in the fifth position. Sean Jacobs will start sixth. Archer Vieira starts in the seventh position. Reese Canaday outside row 4. Claudio Bardelli inside row 5. Felipe Munez starts in 10th outside row 5. Page number 2, Ed Palumbo starts in the 11th position. Jim Willis outside row 6 in 12th. Lucas Sinfiner will start in the 13th position. Zach Muncasey will start in the 14th position. Terrace Enrique starts in 15th. Will Dunbar, 16th. Jair Oliveira starts in the 17th position. Jesus Iglesias starts in 18th. John Stanley, 19th. Felipe Granado starts in 20th. That's outside row 10. Good Givaldo Spindola. 68 car. Good, big Givaldo, man. Like that guy, man. He's been coming around for a long time. Thiago Gomez starts in the 22nd position. Gilmar Peixeto starts in the 23rd position. And Tim Lansbury, the 82, starting from the 24th position. So that's a lot of cars, man. A lot of cars. So we got a little under 8 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Take a look at the 27 car. This is Preston Hassel. Right now shown in the 7th position. We go on board here. Get this dialed in. What in the heck is going on with that view? Gotta love rFactor 2, man. They have done something to, after this update, that has really jacked this thing up here a little bit. So we'll get this figured out. Not a miracle worker. 98 laps tonight. That's going to be all right, I think. Claudio Bardelli Jr., RJ Incredible is here to root for Preston Hassel. We won't hold that against him. We will not hold that against him. Just a little over 4 minutes left to go before we hit the go button. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TurnLeftTV, we got Riverside International in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. What a great race this is going to be. This is the stock car version of this track. You know, this track doesn't actually exist anymore. I think there's a housing development on it now. And what a shame, because this track was fantastic. But fortunately, we have this in rFactor 2 where we can race it. And we're going to put the GT3 cars out there tomorrow. 50-minute race coming at you live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's the HORL GT3 Series from Riverside International. Well, who got the big win last week? That was Colin Madiak from Texas Motor Speedway. Outlasted 82 of Tim Lansbury. Gave it a good shot with a green-white checker. But Colin Madiak got that 4th win of the season. And I'll tell you what, man, this 13 car is hard to beat. So congratulations to Colin Madiak, and he is our points leader coming into tonight. So can he seal the deal here tonight? We'll see. Again, big field here. A lot can happen. But congratulations to the 13, Colin Madiak, one of our young guns from Ohio. A big win at Texas. Got Palumbo there testing that service road out there a little bit. Take a look at Lauren Stopworth here in the 41, that Mac Tools sponsor number 41 car. Definitely one of our contenders here tonight. Couple minutes left to go. Thank you so much for joining us. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. doing a little chat in here, wishing everybody luck. And RJ Incredible getting his pick in tonight. My pick to win this race is going to be as I do the typo thing, Paul Brown is my pick to win this race. Starting outside pole, I believe. It's the kind of track there, I think, that Paul Brown really is going to excel at. It's the one you really got to get up on the wheel and drive. There are multiple lanes here to work with, so keep your eye on that 77 car. RJ Incredible picking the 27 car tonight to win. Now I'm getting a hard time from the some of my buddies there about picking Paul Brown to win, so I'm getting a hard time right now from some of the drivers that will listen to the broadcast. Take a look at there, Arthur Vieira in the 4 car. Tell you what, that's a guy right there who's a good pick to win a race too. This guy's got a lot of wins, so always seems to be up there. Keep your eye on that 4 car. All right, boys and girls, the clock is at 0. And you know what that means. That means it is time to get this thing started. So here we go, boys and girls. 98 laps from Palm Springs Speedway. It's the last race of the season. Last race of the season. All right, the starting order. Colin Madiak starts in P1. Paul Brown second. Preston Hassel in the 27 starts in third. Lauren Stopworth in the 41 is fourth. Starting in the 5th position will be Romulo Silveira. Sean Jacobs starts in 6th. Artur Vieira starts in the 7th position. And Reese Kennedy in the 80 starts in 8th. Starting in the 9th position is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Felipe Munez starts in the 10th position at Palumbo 11th. Jim Willis starts in 12th. Starting in the 13th position is Lucas Sinfner. Starting in 14th is Zach Muncasey. Terrace Enrique starts in 15th. Will Dunbar in the 88 starts in 16th. Starting in the 17th position is Jair Oliveira. Jesus Iglesias starts in the 18th position at John Stanley 19th. Felipe Granado starts in the 20th position in that 5X car. 21st is Givaldo Spindola. Tiago Gomez starts in the 22nd position, and Gilmar Pacheto starts in the 23rd. Tim Lansbury starts in the 82 in 24th. All right, boys and girls. Time to get this thing started here. So 24 drivers, 98 laps, and Colin Madiak will lead the field to take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, here we go. 13 car. It's a good start there. The 77, Paul Brown on the outside line. Yeah, we saw 2 lines really working here. It's hard to make a pass on the inside, but you can do it. And that 77 starting to work that outside line as they come by down the backstretch. It's side by side there. Paul Brown has a run. So Colin Madiak now running in the 2nd position. Just behind him is Lauren Stopworth in 3rd, looking out of the front of our 2nd place driver, Colin Madiak, out of his windshield there at Paul Brown. Again, this is a track you really got to drive. Really got to get up on the wheel here. Paul Brown in the 77. Oh, I had it queued up out of the back of the car. There we go, looking out of the back of his machine at that 13 car. Colin Madiak getting a run here down the front stretch into turn 1 and not able to get that spot there as Lauren Stopworth in the 3rd position in the 41 car. Lauren Stopworth here now have a little challenge with the 27. Preston Hassel in that AMD sponsor number 27 car looking on the low side. Lawrence Stopworth running in third right now. Again, multiple grooves at this track. Romulo Silviera here in the 9X machine, running in the 5th position. Silviera there and Artur Vieira having a battle. Artur Vieira in that 4 car here, starting to look low. Artur running in the 6th position. Romulo Silviera in this 5X, trying to hold him off. Artur Vieira here going down to the bottom side here, trying to make this pass, and a little bit of room right there. I think Romulo knew that he was a little bit faster there. He's going to give him that room. Looking out of the front of Romulo Silviera's car, now back in the 6th position. So good run here. Take a look at Sean Jacobs in the 24. He's starting to close in on Romulo Silviera out of the back of his car. Good battle right there as Reese Canaday and Felipe Munez battling for position. Reese right now running in the 8th spot. So we got some good racing here going on. Take a look at that battle there as Reese Canaday working on the outside. See Felipe drops down to the bottom side there. Reese Canaday shows some muscle on the outside line, holds on to that spot. Go back up here, our race leader, the 77, Paul Brown. Caution free here so far. Don't be to jinx it. 7 laps in with a big field here. 24 drivers. Yomar Peixoto back in the 24th position, so he's had a little bit of trouble there. We'll take a look at him in that 6X machine. He's off the pace there just a little bit, so he's had a little bit of trouble. Not sure what's happened to him. But right now, running in the 24th spot. Jair Oliveira in the 17. Having a battle right now with Jesus Iglesias. Good side-by-side racing there between the two of those guys. A couple of our Brazilian drivers there. Givaldo Spindola back there in that mix as well. Givaldo trying to follow him through. He's up on the outside line. You see Givaldo Spindola up on their outside line. Jesus Iglesias down on the inside line. A good battle there between the two of those guys. Looks like Givaldo Spindola is going to pick up that spot. Lucas Infner in the 21, down on the bottom side here of the 54 of Ed Palumbo. Good battle here. This is for the 12th position. Lucas is going to pick up that spot in that Flex Seal sponsored Mustang. As Ed Palumbo in the yellow number 54 Chevy falling back to the 13th position. Darius Enrique in the 8X machine. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 having a battle here. Toyota versus Camaro. Looks like that Toyota of 8X of Darius Enrique going to pick up a spot. Good to see Darius Enrique out here with us. A while since we've seen him. He is not really going to be able to rest here yet, and it looks like that Jair Oliveira ducking down there on the bottom side. You see that's 17. Jair Oliveira in that Camaro having a battle with Will Dunbar and Jair Oliveira there. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide. They are going to go 3 wide here, 3 wide as Claudio Bardelli Jr. is going to be the meat in the sandwich. The 88, Will Dunbar up on the high side, and look at that, JJ here moving up. Man, I'll tell you what, he's taking no prisoners right now. Jair Oliveira here moving up in a hurry. Man, I tell you what, that was a heck of a little sequence right there. Take a look at this. This is JJ dropping down to the bottom side here. Will Dunbar up on the other side. The high side, 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. giving the 17 a lot of room, and that could have got ugly in a hurry, man, but they were going to pull that off. John Stanley in the 12 car. He's racing Givaldo Spindola. Spindola, they're making some contact with the wall. Spindola in the wall just a little bit. Wow, man, I'll tell you what, John Stanley picking up that spot. He's now running behind the 88 of Will Dunbar. What a battle. Oh, my heavens, man. Take a look at Will Dunbar here in this 88 car. And he has had a busy few laps here. 3 wide on the high side. That's going to make a little pucker factor right there. And you see 12, John Stanley here putting a little pressure on him now. Side-by-side battle right there. Will Dunbar, John Stanley. John Stanley on that high side using that high line here to make this pass, and Will Dunbar here in the middle line might end up taking some notes here. Using that high side as John Stanley picking up that spot. Jair Oliveira here continuing to make some moves here, battling the 54 Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. So the 17, Jair Oliveira, now up to the 13th position. Lucas Infner here trying to pick up some spots here in this 21 car. He is battling Jim Willis and Zach Muncasey. So look at that, man. That 21 going down to the bottom side. He's going to get 2 for 1 right there. 2 for 1 for the 21 car. What a gangster move right there. Lucas Sinfner, we're going to take a look at this again, man. This guy's got a head of steam on these guys. Look at this. He just says, hey, man, I'll get you both. He's going to wait, pass you one at a time, but I'm going to pass you both at the same time here. Those guys got into racing each other, and he took a run at him and picked up that spot. 21 here, serious about this. He's dripping up the track there a little bit, but he's starting to move it forward now up to the 10th position. Tim Lansbury here. A little quiet right now on this 82, trying to get around Tiago Gomez. Tim Lansbury picking up that spot now up to the 19th position, I believe. Romulo Silviera in the 9X. Preston Hassel in the 27 here battling for position. Good battle here. This is for the 4th spot. Is Romulo in that 9X car. Preston Hassel in the 27 working on that high side. Romulo has to give up the fight there as the 27 gets ahead of steam. I'll tell you what, man, this 9X car here looking very, very racy right now. Romulo Silviera, I've seen him drive a lot of cars, man, Indy cars. He's really good at those Indy cars. And coming out and doing some stock car racing with us and having a good night right now, running in the 5th position. Will Dunbar here looking to oh, man, there was some contact right there. That 6X car in the 8X. Terrace Enrique might have gotten into the 8X. Take a look out of the front here. Watch this, man. Oh, man, they came up on the 6X car in a hurry, and Will Dunbar pounces. Will Dunbar there to pounce in that 88 car and picks up that 17th position. Sean Jacobs here and Arthur Fiera, a couple vets racing. Veteran drivers here racing for position. The 24 Net Western Auto sponsored Camaro racing the 4 of Arthur Vieira. A couple Camaros there racing for position. Looking out of the front of Sean Jacobs' machine. You see that battle there. Romulo Silviera not giving up the fight. With the 27, he's trying to get around Preston Hassel. Preston Hassel is going to try to do that crossover move. Can't do it. And it looks like Romulo picks up that spot. Take a look at Paul Brown. He has got a whole lot of Colin Madiak to deal with right now. Gilmar Peixoto is on pit lane right now in the 6X machine. So Peixoto on pit lane. So we take a look at this battle here with these guys. You see Peixoto on pit lane here as Paul Brown continuing to lead. The 13 of Colin Madiak right there. So running 1-2 is Peixoto on pit lane in that 6X car, and you see that 13 starting to look on the low side here. Paul Brown sticking to the high side. I think he realizes that high side's a little bit better. Tell you somebody who continues to move forward, and that is Romulo Silviera. Silviera here in the 9X machine down on this bottom side here, making this pass on Lawrence Stopworth. Lawrence Stopworth in the 41 car. Lawrence is one of those guys, man. He realizes, hey, if you're faster, I'm going to let you go. And that Mac Tools number 41 realizes that Romulo Silviera has run him down and now lets him go. Does not want to use up his stuff here, racing somebody this early in the race. To 21 laps in, 24 drivers. Peixoto does DNF his car, so I'm not sure what happened to him. Gilmar maybe got caught speeding or whatever, decided he didn't want to choose a drive-through penalty. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias here running in the 23rd position. He's got a little bit of work to do there to get Givaldo Spindola. Take a look at that battle there as got about just a little over half a second, about 7/10 of a second or so. And he's trying to close in on Givaldo Spindola. He is closing that gap there a little bit. So Jesus Iglesias and the 2X machine trying to close in on this 68 car. And it looks like that 68, Givaldo Spindola, up the track there a little bit. But the 2X has a pretty good run here on him. He might go to that high side, try to get around. So good battle right here between Jesus Iglesias, Givaldo Spindola. This is for the 22nd position. Spindola up the track there. Spindola, one of the nicest guys out there on the track, man. He's one of those guys, too. He realizes, hey, if you're faster, I'm going to let you go. Working that high line there, so 2X not able to pull off that pass yet. Ramiro Silveira here now starting to make this a little interesting here as he has gotten around Colin Matiak. Now Colin Matiak working this outside line. He and Paul Brown there running on the outside as 9X here showing some muscle, and he has caught the race leaders. So definitely a guy we want to look at here is that 9X of Romulo Silveira. He and Colin Matiak here having a battle. Colin Matiak regains that position. So Romulo had a battle, man. I tell you what, he looked like he was going to get that position, but Colin Matiak held on. And Colin trying to get down to the high side to get around Paul Brown. He realizes the strength of this high line. Paul Brown using that high side and holding on to this position. He has got Colin Matiak all over the back of him right now. So we're going to start seeing some pit stops here very soon, I believe. Is it 2X car indicating, I believe he said he was going to be pitting. We'll see. It might be next time by. Lucas Simpsoner, see if he can't get some more positions here. Oh, the 4 car coming down pit lane. Arthur Vieira here making a pit stop. So Arthur Vieira in that 4 giving up good track position to come down pit lane. 77 car, Paul Brown, indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So our race leader going to give up the race lead here to come down pit lane on lap 26. That's going to give the race lead to the 13, but he's got Romulo Silveira right there in his zip code. So Paul Brown making a pit stop. That's Colin Matiak, our race leader. 13 car coming down pit lane. That's going to give the race lead to Romulo Silveira as we're watching Paul Brown make his pit stop here in the 77 car. He's started outside pole. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Oh, that is bad news for the 77 car. My gosh. That is bad news. A caution flag. As the 9X of Romulo Silveira. We got a caution flag. My heavens. As Romulo Silveira takes that yellow flag. And this is a perfect example of a situation where I want to try to pit as late as possible. We'll take a look and see what happened here. The 13 coming around. Oh, and he gets in that grass. A little bit too much speed on the access road. He gets in the grass and he slides up across the track, and the 80 car smacks him. So the 13, he got into the grass right there as those guys coming around and missing him. And this continues. Oh, man, more action there. Guys trying to miss it. We got cars everywhere. Man, that's still unfolding right there. Colin Matiak has a penalty to make things work worse for him. So we'll take a look here and see what happened. As Oh, man. We went to take a look at that again right there. And he's just coming back up the track there a little bit. And the 3X gets out of cattywampus right there, too. You see he, so you see that unfolded, and watch the 80 car down here as each comes off the wall. Now Jim Willis trying to miss this. There's a 4X car. He gets caught up in that. Jim Willis in that 2X or that 3X car, that blue car, he's trying to miss the 80 car as he comes back across the track. Jim Willis, he's just trying to miss this. Watch this. He's going to see the 80 car, and then he gets loose right here, and then, clobbers the 80 as he's sideways. He's loose right here, and I don't know whether he downshifted and lost the back end of this, but then you're talking about some contact right there with the 80 as the 80 came around. The 80 just had nowhere to go here as Colin came back across the track, and the 80 smacks him right there, lifts that car off the ground. That is a hard lick. He's up there against the wall, and I don't know what, maybe he decides he's going to come down, and then Lansbury tries to miss him. Lansbury misses the wall. What a great move by Lansbury. And, we have more chaos. Now, we got a ton of cars here, I think, that are a lap down now. Tiago Gomez is shown as the race leader here in this 7X car, but I would bet he's probably going to have to come down pit lane here. We'll see. Wow. That was a mess right there. What a shame, too, man. I mean, we had some contenders there that may have some pretty significant damage now, 31 laps in. And hopefully this doesn't start a string of awfulness.
The road will be open this time.
So Tiago Gomez is the leader here. Romulo Civieta shown in the second position. Lucas Sinfoner in third. Ed Palumbo in the fourth position. Lauren Stoppelworth fifth. Sean Jacobs shown in the sixth position right now. Well, that was a mess, wasn't it? My heavens. As we see Tiago Gomez here coming down pit lane. making his pit stop here. That will leave Romulo Silviera in the 9X car, the race leader. We're getting to one to go. We got some drive around cars here, wave around cars. '21 of Lucas Simpfner now up front here in that Flex Seal sponsor machine. Running in the, looks like the 9X is elected to go to the outside line. Hey, don't forget, coming up on Saturday, 3 p.m., that's tomorrow, baby. High Octane Racing League GT3 Series at Riverside International, live right here on TurnLeftTV. This is going to be a barn burner, man. It's going to be a great one in those GT3 cars. It's the NASCAR circuit, and it is going to be high speed. John Messer joining us in the chat. Look at that, Paulo Chachalowski. Fabio Ferreira joining us in the chat as well. Good to see Fabio here. Paulo Chacha. Going to race one of his tracks next season with Lucas Oil Raceway. That'll be a good one. A little bumpy, but that's all right. The 9X, Romulo Silviera, has shown a heck of a lot of speed here. He's going to lead the field here on the outside line. Take this green flag here. Let's just hope cautions don't breed cautions, huh? Here we go, back to green. 9X car has been fast. Lucas Simpfner, he's one of those guys, man, that late in the run, he's the guy that seems to get that car out front. Ed Palumbo running in the 4th position. 41, Lawrence Stopperworth in 3rd. We'll take a look at Lawrence Stopperworth in that 3rd place car, in a 41 car. So 21 here, Lucas Simpfner out of the front of that car. There's Magel here joining us in the chat, too. How about this? A 41 car here vying for the race lead. Lawrence Stopperworth here looking on the low side here, showing some muscle here down low in that Mac Tool sponsor machine. The 9X of Romulo Silviera. From the outside line here now, holding on to that outside line. As Romulo holds on there, Lawrence Stopperworth now in that 2nd position. Lucas Simpfner in the 21, running in the 3rd position. Ed Palumbo in the 54 car is 4th. Take a look at Ed Palumbo here in the 54 car in that Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. He and Lucas Simpfner, they are 2-3 in points coming into tonight. '24, Sean Jacobs running in the 5th position. He has got John Stanley all over the back of him right now. Take a look at Zach Muncasey here in the 4X car. He is looking on the low side here of the 13. Colin Matiak a little bit behind the 8 ball right now with that wreck. Right now running in the 18th position. Is the 4X Zach Muncasey running in 10th. Jim Willis, Claudio Bardelli Jr. here battling it out. Edwards Mangle needs to be joining us out here on the track. I'll tell you that right now, man. I'd like to see that rock and roll star out here on the track. That guy is the most rock and roll guy I have ever seen. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag. My heavens. It's 9X of Romulo Silviera. Romulo Silviera there taking that yellow flag here. The 41, Lawrence Stopworth second. Lucas Simpner is third. Ed Palumbo fourth. Sean Jacobs shown in fifth. We'll see what happened here. See what happened here is a little bit late in that, but looks like the 4 car gets into the wall. No, there might have been some contact right there. Come back here and look at this. The 4 and the 3X. Oh, right there, that 4 might have slid up the track there just a little bit, man. That is a tight battle between the 2 of those guys and the 4 into the wall. As the 4 car sliding up a track there just a little bit, getting into that 3X machine, and then coming around, and then hard contact, right side contact with that 4 car into the wall. Take a look and see what Claudio Bardelli Jr. saw here, and you see that 4 sliding up. He just lost the back end of that a little bit, and then that 4 up against the wall there. A little bit earlier here as the 3X gets a good run, but there, right there is where that contact happened. Zach Muncasey here, he's out on the bottom side here, and you see that contact up there, and then Vieira goes across the track and into the wall. Back here to live feet as we got our second caution flag of the night. Romulo Silviera is the race leader. I kind of wonder, man, are some guys going to be coming down pit lane? Look like they are, as Romulo Silviera going to lead the charge down pit lane here with these guys. Edwards Magel. You said something about it's too late for him or something. I don't know what he's trying to tell me right now. 41, Lauren Stopworth. Edward, we're going to play a little game here. You gotta find the thumbs up button there. You got to find the thumbs up emoji or whatever. Okay, I'm going to name a rock and roll band, and you're going to give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down on that. You ready? Hopefully he's still in here. You just give me the go sign. Is Lauren Stopworth the race leader? Don't forget EliteHostingUSA.com, your perfect place for an rFactor 2 server. Prepackaged servers, self-managed servers. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. We've had a great connection here. We got 24 drivers joining us tonight, and here is solid connection. So give you an idea of what these servers are like. Very, very good connection. So EliteHostingUSA.com. They've even got some packages for those guys who are racing from overseas, South America, Europe, so forth. So just give those guys a look at EliteHostingUSA.com. And there's Mangle. I'm not hearing anything from you here. You can hear that thumbs up button. Ready to go? Lauren Stopworth, the race leader. So here's the band. Either thumbs up or thumbs down on this. This is rock and roll. Queensryche. There we go. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 car, shown in the second position. 12 of John Stanley in third. Romulo Silviata in the fourth position. So remember, Romulo pitted, and then a caution flag came out. Will D said big field here. Very fast to my English. Now I need to see the Jack Daniels 82 car out here on the track. Take a look at John Stanley here in the 12th. Wow. Wow, really? Really? Paul Brown here, pretty lucky, now back to the 6th position in that 77 car. Lauren Stopworth has come down pit lane here with the 1 to go, so that 41 ducking in pit lane here to get some fresh tires here, giving up some track positions. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. has elected to go to the outside line, and that leaves John Stanley down there on that inside line. See Romulo Silviata starting in the 9X car down on the inside. 54, Ed Palumbo in fourth. Oh, Eder. All right, the safety car is in. Here we go, getting ready to go back green here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the outside line will lead the field, take the green flag here. Lap 46. 54, Ed Palumbo has a good run on the outside line. John Stanley down on the inside line, going to give up a couple spots here. 24, Sean Jacobs. The outside line here, battling John Stanley. On board here with Sean Jacobs as he's running behind that 54, Ed Palumbo. There's Sean Jacob picking up that spot now in third. of John Stanley here looking on the low side. Sean Jacobs in third. John Stanley in the fourth position. Good battle right there between the two of those guys. How about this? Romulo Silviata, Paul Brown having a good battle here. Romulo in that 9X car. Paul Brown in the 77. Good battle right there between the two of those guys. And we haven't really talked about Felipe here tonight in that 02 car. He has got that car up to the 8th position. He and Jim Willis here battling it out. We're about Tim Lansbury. Tim Lansbury started dead last here tonight in the 82, and he has got that car in the 9th position right now. How about that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang? Looking pretty solid here. This track's going to be a little bit slicker here. We got a lot of rubber down on this track. Looking out of the back of Tim Lansbury's machine at the Felipe Granado and Preston Hassel. Preston Hassel in the 27 getting a good run here. Getting around Felipe. Has he got enough room here to tuck it in? And he does. Felipe now back to the 11th position as Preston Hassel picks up 10. Zach Muncasey here and Tiago Gomez here battling it out. Zach in that 4X car, Tiago in the 7X. Good battle right there. Tiago giving up that spot as the 4X picking up that spot. Zach Muncasey. Tiago here battling it out on the outside line. Though he realized that outside line is really the preferred line. See those guys all going to that outside line. I'll tell you what, it takes some practice to be able to deal with that outside line. You see the 17, Jairo Leveda here battling it out now with these guys. Zach Muncasey here running behind the 7X of Tiago Gomez. Tiago Gomez a little bit squirrely. As Muncasey there holding on to that spot, doing a little protection there as a good battle here. How about this? Ed Palumbo here looking to get around the 91 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. and the 54, Ed Palumbo now to the race lead here in that Mellow Yellow sponsored machine. So Ed Palumbo in P1. We got a Hornet's Nest back here. 5X car in the wall! Contact! Oh, he's hard into the wall. My heavens, that 5X hard into the wall. 4X down on the inside line here. See what happened. Contact right there as Muncasey got hit by the 5X car, and 4X of Muncasey here holding on. Wow, that got interesting, didn't it? We got a yellow flag there. Felipe Granado having some trouble there. That was him having some trouble. No, we got a big wreck. There's Sean Jacobs, the new race leader here. We missed that pass. Watching all that action in the back there. We'll take a look at this pass here. Sean Jacobs working on Ed Palumbo just before the caution flag. Now getting that spot, and then the caution flag comes out. We'll see what happened here. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Tim Lansbury, Jim Willis, Lawrence Stopworth, Zach Muncasey all involved in this. See what happened here. The 91 and the 3. Oh, man, a 3X and the 91 and then 82. Tim Lansbury. Oh, the 27 caught up in that. We got a parking lot. Oh, my heavens, a 4X. Hard lick for him. Take a look here. Spin right here for Jim Willis. He is trying to hang on to this thing, and that thing snaps around on him. And then he is going to get tagged right there by the 4X. Zach Muncasey comes back across the track and gets into him. Tiago Gomez here in the 7X car. Look at that 90. Well, that's a parking lot right there. The 7X trying to get through. He's sideways. He might actually escape this without getting too much damage for him. .41, Lawrence Stopworth. He's trying to get through this. He's sideways. And then at 82, Tim Lansbury comes down, hits him. Watch this, a 3X and the 91 getting together. 27 had nowhere to go. He got into that as well. Preston Hassel in that. This is Preston Hassel's look at that. You see those guys got together there, and then he just had nowhere to go, man. It was just a roadblock for him. He was able to get through the rest of that, but he got some front end damage out of that. When it rains, it pours, man. When it rains, it pours. 24, Sean Jacobs is going to come down pit lane. And 54 also coming down pit lane. These guys, oh, we got them wrecking there coming into the pit lane there. It looked like the 13 and the 27. I'm not sure what happened there. Somebody hit the entrance of pit lane. Like Preston Hassel might have hit the entrance of pit lane there. Preston Hassel here, I don't know whether he didn't see the barrels, and he smacks pit wall right there. The barrel's coming in, and he's on the other side of the stinking wall right now. Colin Matiak here, he was behind this. And both those guys hit the pits. I mean, what in the world? Felipe Munoz is our race leader in the 02 car. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X. My gosh, man. Romulo Silviera is in third. Jair Leveda fourth. O2 Felipe Munoz coming down pit lane here, making his pit stop. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X car is the race leader. Man, we've had a little bit of a mess here. One caution leading to another, and how many times have we seen that, huh? 57 laps in, and we had like 30-some laps in the books before we had our first caution flag, and now we have we've got maybe 5 laps in each time, and 5 laps in here, and now we just keep rolling one caution after the other. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, Riverside International. 50-minute race starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TurnLeftTV. Riverside at GT3 Series in the High Octane Racing League style. Headed your way. I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on the YouTube channel, man. We've had a little bit of a mess here in these last few laps with about 3 caution flags in a row. Cautions breeding cautions. Perfect example of how that happens. But, hey, thanks for coming in. Eder Smagel coming in today. How about that, Eder? Eder Smagel. That guy is rock and roll. Jack Daniels for everybody. Eder's buying. Hey, thanks for coming in. We're getting to 1 to go. Please hit that subscribe button, thumbs up button. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know you were here, and please share my videos with all your friends. And we're going to hopefully get a good green flag run in the books this time around. So we see 2X car coming back out on track. Eder is giving us the devil horns. Romulo Silviera is fast, and he has chosen the outside line. We've seen those guys in P1 really choosing that outside line. Paulo Chachalowski in here rooting for Arthur Vieira. That's a good choice. It's a good choice. Eder Smagel, Jack Daniels. car, you probably already got one painted up, man. You can. I don't think anybody has the 82 car in the car set, so you'd be more than welcome to come out and race with us, as always. Edders Magel buying Jack Daniels for everybody in the chat session, so hit Edder up for some free Jack Daniels. Just kidding. So here we go. You see Jair Oliveda in second. The inside line here. Lagging back there just a little bit. See if he can't get a run here on the 9X car. The 9X. 54 tucks in. He's in the third position. Sean Jacobs in third. Ed Palumbo in fourth. The 9X and the 17 having a battle. Jair Oliveda here down on the inside line here. He is trying to find a way to get around this 9X car. He's putting a little pressure on him on that quarter panel. Can he slide up there and get behind him? He does. Sean Jacobs in the third position. He's watching this out of the front of his car. Look at Sean Jacobs here in the 24 on board here with him. He said, you got to get that driver's suit in there. There we go. There's Sean Jacobs at the wheel, working that wheel. Looking out of the front of his machine at that battle for the race lead. Sean Jacobs using that outside line. Ed Palumbo in second. Don't forget about Paul Brown in the 77 car. He's going down to the bottom line. He and Lauren Stoppelworth here working together. 77 and the 41. 54 up high. He's Arthur Vieta in the 4 car. He's in this mix. Paul Brown down on the inside here trying to make it work. Is he going to get some room to go up? Is he going to bail out on the 41 who's helped him a little bit? Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. Running in the 5th position up on the outside line. Lauren Stoppelworth losing a little bit of ground down there on the bottom line here. Now back to the 7th position. Now dropping back to 8th. So he's going to have to find a way to get up to the high line here. Find a hole to get up to the high line. 41 going to have to tuck in maybe up behind that 82. And he does. Now back to 9th. Tim Lansbury up to the 8th position. Arthur Vieta. Oh, we got contact here. Oh, man, coming across the track. The race leaders get together. And we got a caution flag. We have got a mess. The 17 got together, I think, maybe with the 9X car. Those guys were racing pretty hard here. As we got a caution flag. My heavens. 77, Paul Brown has that car back up to the 2nd position. Looks like Ed Palumbo might have got caught up in that as well. We'll see what went on here. See what happened here as the 9X and the 17 might have gotten up into the back of that 9X car. Oh, and then they come across the track right here, and then Ed Palumbo gets tagged in the back end, that rear quarter. The 4 car just gets lifted up off the ground. Oh, the 27 hard into the back of the 9X. Just a little bit of contact right there. The 17 and the 9X. 17 drifting up the track there a little bit, gets into the 9X car, and then those guys, watch this, the 9X comes shooting back across the track. He gets into the 54 as the 17 gets into the 54, and the 9X come in the middle of the track off the pace. The 27 hits him and sends him across the track, and the 5X gets hit. Romulo here just gets a little bit of contact. Those guys racing pretty hard here, very, very hard here early. We're halfway through the race, but pretty hard racing. We'll back this up here just a little bit. Take a look at this from this angle. Don't normally like to do it this way here. We'll take a look. Man, that was a hard lick right there. And it looked like that 17 it looked like the front end of that car just did not set very well, and they drifted up the track here. We'll take a look. You see right there, he drifts up the track and gets into the 9X machine. And man, that 4 car just got absolutely annihilated. This guy's coming down pit lane here as we go back to live feed. I didn't see this first one. Felipe Granado coming down pit lane. 5X car. No, he looked like he's staying out. The 5X Granado race leader. Sorry, I thought he was coming down pit lane here. Not coming down pit lane. Claudio Bardelli Jr. second. Jesus Iglesias is in third. John Stanley fourth. Felipe Munez in the 5th position. Thank you for coming out to the YouTube channel. Man, it's gotten a little messy here on this race. I'll tell you what, there's going to be some chatting, I think, after the race with these guys. A little bit of aggressiveness, I think. And you get these guys tightened up, and get it. And you got the thing. The thing I don't believe that they are really understanding here is that cautions breed cautions, but also when you're late in the race, the track is slick, and it's going to be a little bit of a problem sometimes. I think once you get guys packed up together late in the race and you get that slicker track there rubbered in, and it's going to cost some more caution flags. But hey, thank you for coming in. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's behaving and being safe. That's the main thing too. You can misbehave a little bit. Just be safe about it. Don't put any Jack Daniels in the mix. That'll get you in trouble every time. Believe me, I've been there. I won't tell any stories, but I have been there. Hey, thanks for coming in. Always appreciate people. Really honored that people will come out and watch TurnLeftTV. I really am amazed that people would come out and watch these races. Ooh, I got some good action for you.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
5X car looks like he is elected to go down to the bottom line. That puts John Stanley. So Felipe Granado is going to start in the bottom line in that 5X machine. John Stanley in the 12 will start up high here. The 02 Felipe Munez starting in third. Paul Brown fourth. Sean Jacobs in the 5th position. Romulo Silveira in 6th. A little bit of a caution-filled race here in these last. We had 30 laps of great, solid racing, and then things just, I don't know, man, they just forgot how to drive, I guess. Forgot how to drive as the 5X going to lead the field here to take the green flag. Let's see if we can't keep this baby caution-free till the end of the race. So the lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in, getting ready to go back green this time by.
Green flag, green flag.
Paulo Chachalowski said 3 BRs crash. So, Granado is the leader down into turn 1 there as a 12 with John Stanley up high. 24, Sean Jacobs. He likes that high line too. John Stanley working on high line, that Stanley Tools machine. He's got a race win this season. As the 0-2, Felipe Muniz in this mix too. See that car up front, that Mobile One sponsor machine, that Toyota. As Granado holding on to that position, but John Stanley working that outside line. Couple Ford Mustangs here battling across the line. John Stanley led that lap there. So John Stanley in the 12. Starting to work this high line, and he realizes that high line just a little bit better. He's getting a good run, and he might clear that 5X machine. He does. Now he's going to play a little bit of defense there on the 0-2. It's side-by-side racing there with those guys. Is the 12 of John Stanley. Now with the race lead. Good battle there for the second position. John Stanley, the race leader, and Felipe Muniz now in second. Felipe Granado back to the third position. Take a look at Sean Jacobs here. He's starting to peak on that low side. Colin Matiak, man, he has taken advantage of these caution flags and gotten that car back up front in the 13. That's exactly what he needed. Oh, a little bit of contact right there as Matiak getting through. But there might have been a little bit of contact. It's a 77. Paul Brown going to work this outside line. We got a car there off the pace. It looks like the 5X. Granado off the pace. Look at that, man. 9X slipping through. Man, we got guys trying to vie for position everywhere here. We're going to have a caution flag if we're not careful. Get this thing sorted out here. 41, Lawrence Stopworth trying to move his way through. How about this? 9X. He's trying to get through here. Guys, we've got another yellow flag. My heavens, man. What are these guys thinking right now? In the world is going on? 12 of John Stanley, exactly where he needs to be. John Stanley, leader. Felipe Muniz is in second. We got another caution flag. This is getting a little bit out of hand here. Looks like Zach Moncasey might have been in this. We'll see what happened here. Oh, contact right there with the 27. The 4X gets up into the 27, and he comes across the track. Might be okay here. Backs it into the outside wall. It might have been just a one-car incident here. As he climbs up the track, looks like he gets into the 27 car right there, and comes across the track. And a great move there by the 5X of missing that. Also the 02. But he backs that into the wall there a little bit. So it looks like that might have been a single car incident, really. We'll take another look at this here as he climbs up the track and it gets into that 27. And then right there, as you see those guys getting through that, and then the 02 car gets through. Take a look at Lucas Simpsoner as he gets by. Jesus Iglesias. As those guys come around, you see Jesus does a great job getting through. 21 does a good job getting down, missing that 2X. Going back to live feed. Woo! I don't know what Pe Frio da Porra is, but I'm going to have to copy and paste that. See what we're talking about. No. So we got some guys making pit stops here. Taking a look at Sean Jacobs here on pit lane in the 24. Paulo Chachalowski's getting himself in a little bit of trouble right now. Team Chacha. Spindola, Givaldo Spindola, my boy. He's up front. Jesus Iglesias in second. Lucas Simpsoner has that car in the third position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in fourth. So the 68, Claudio Bardelli Jr., the race leader. Jesus Iglesias, the 2X in second. Simpsoner, one of our contenders for the championship, in the third position right now. Givaldo coming down pit lane, so that's going to put Luca in the second position. Oh, Luca coming down pit lane. Luca making a pit stop here. As you see that 21 on pit lane. Jesus Iglesias, the race leader now. Chachalowski's choosing Arthur Vieto to win this race. Is that what that was? That comment that it won't show? Is that what that was? Is that what that said? I don't think so. I don't think so, Paulo. Now, Arthur Vieto might win this race, but I don't know, man. That Pe Frio da Porra, I'm not sure what that is. I think I just cussed in Portuguese. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. He is on the outside line here as these guys getting this worked out. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X car coming down pit lane. I think, I'm not sure. It looks like he's going to line up on the bottom side. We're going to get in the one to go here this time by, I believe. We'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight, just to give you an idea where we are. Colin Matiak, 342 points leader. Ed Palumbo, 324, so 18 points back. Lucas Simpsoner in the mix, 317. Sean Jacobs with 311 in fourth. John Stanley, fifth. See Paul Brown, Jose Solis, Tim Lansbury, Preston Hassel, and Arthur Vieto. I got that actually mixed around there. Rounding out the top 10. Those are the top 10 there. Just put them in the wrong Put that deal in the wrong spot there. Studio 397, man. They've made the overlays there where it counts the Claudio Bardelli Jr. as the new race leader here. Is yeah, your English is horrible. Yeah, he's got a little potty mouth there in the in Brazilian, in Portuguese or Brazilian. I don't even know what that is in Portuguese. It's a 91. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is the race leader as Jesus Iglesias came down pit lane. Might be Felipe Munez down on the inside line in that 02 car. But the 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the Camaro. The race leader. This has been a little bit of a mess here, lap 78. We got 20 to go, and I feel like we got another hour to go. These guys just got to get this dialed in. We got 6 guys out of the race. We had 3 guys a little bit ago, and now we got 6. These guys are sort of giving up here, it looks like. Okay, back to green. Bardelli Jr. 91. Get that a high line going there as the 02. Felipe Munez down on the inside line, so a little Toyota versus Chevy Camaro. That outside line here will eventually come in. Just got to be patient there. Colin Matiak in the 13. Is he going to try to take it 3 wide? He's down on the inside line. Remember, he's our points leader, 91. Bardelli Jr. has a good run here coming off the turn. So Bardelli Jr. clears that 02. Paul Brown on the 77. He's trying to get through. Look at that. Through 3 wide. My heavens, man. 3 wide is Colin Matiak there stuck in the middle. He is falling back. Remember, he was running in 4th and now falling back here. He is back to the 6th position now. He's trying to get through. Looking out of the back of his car as 17. Jair Oliveira here trying to get some spots. Don't forget about Art Rivera. He is Apollo's pick to win this race. He's got some work to do if he's going to do that. Lawrence Stopworth having a battle here with Archer Vieta. Good side-by-side battle here between the 4 and the 41. 24, Sean Jacobs up there. Romulo Silvia in the 9X machine. He's going to tuck in. Oh, man, I'll tell you why. There wasn't a lot of room right there. There was not a lot of room. They are sideways, side-by-side. 77, Paul Brown now to the race lead. So how in the world do you get that? Take a look at that pass to get the race lead. So, well, that wasn't it. So Paul Brown, the race leader. We got a heck of a lot of passing going on right now. 54, Ed Palumbo in 2nd. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 3rd position. Here was that pass for the race lead. Paul Brown using the outside line and a little bit of help with Ed Palumbo. So a couple Camaros there teaming up on the 3rd Camaro in the 91. 54 and a 77 teaming up there just a little bit, working that outside line. That 91 would have been better there to stay in that outside line as Paul Brown now that race lead. Look at John Stanley here in the 12 car. Right now running in 4th. Good run for him. 84 laps in that 12 car. That's Stanley Tools sponsored Camaro, Ford Mustang. Running in 4th. Colin Matiak running in the 5th position. Felipe Munez in 6th. Jair Oliveira running in the 7th position. Take a look at the 54, Ed Palumbo in his yellow sponsor machine. He's running in 2nd. Bardelli Jr. back to 3rd. A heck of a battle here as Jair Oliveira and Felipe Munez battling for position to 17. Jair Oliveira down on the inside line. Munez sticking to that outside line here, trying to hold on to that spot. Good battle right there as Munez holds on to that spot. Maintains 6th position. Sean Jacobs going to try to take that 17 car on the bottom line here as Sean Jacobs working that bottom line, and he might end up getting this spot. He tucks that in. Oh, the 17! 17 looked like maybe he was trying to avoid hitting that Sean Jacobs machine. Sean Jacobs going down to the inside here, and watch this, man. He's going to make this pass, and we're going to see a whole lot of the 17 car in a hurry. Watch this, man. Sean Jacobs tucks it in. The 17 looks like he was trying to go to the inside, and just breaks away on him a little bit. Zach Muncasey and the 7X of Thiago Gomez here battling it out. Lucas Simpson at 21. It's on fresh tires. These guys trying to get these tires to start to come in for them, but they're going to be running out of laps here if they're not careful. Good battle right there. 21 of Lucas Simpson in this mix. Sean Jacobs and Felipe Munez. Also, John Stanley in this mix. These guys trying to get everything they can. They're 3 wide coming across the start-finish line. 24 down the inside line. He is making some moves right now. Looking down the back of his car. Look at that. That is a hornet's nest. Arthur Vieira here starting to make some moves on the outside line. On board here with Arthur Vieira. He's running behind that 41 of Lawrence Stopworth. Good run there on the outside for Arthur Vieira. He picks up a spot. Romulo Silveira in the 9X machine trying to get around Felipe Munez. Silveira in that Toyota. A couple Toyotas are battling with each other. .9X not able to pull off that pass this time by. He's got now down to the inside line here. He's got to run. He might end up clearing the 02 car. Munez here holding on to that spot, using that outside line and that draft from Sean Jacobs. Lucas Simpsoner in the 21 here trying to pick up some spots. He is going to have to step on the gas here and get up to that pack if he's going to have to make a run to the front. Going back to live action here. Paul Brown, the race leader here, 91 laps in. Ed Palumbo in the 54 in second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in third. Colin Matiak is fourth. Oh, Paul Brown slides up the track and makes a little contact right there. A little right side contact for the race leader. Ed Palumbo in the 54. Doesn't press the issue. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in third. Colin Matiak in fourth. So we got about a 4-car breakaway. Maybe a little bit of lap traffic in this mix. A little bit of lap traffic here coming up maybe. See Jesus Iglesias up there. Jesus running in the 18th position. Sean Jacobs here. He is closing in. He's running in the 5th position. He's looking to try to catch up with these guys. Don't count this 24 car out. He is looking pretty solid right now. He's on fresh tires. Paul Brown, the race leader. He has got 4 cars behind him. Don't forget about Felipe Munez. He is starting to climb back in there. He's running in the 7th position. Sean Jacobs diving down to the bottom line at 54. Ed Palumbo, he's looking like he's wanting to go to the race lead. He's working that outside line a little bit. Oh, contact right there. The 24 and the 13 get together. 24 and the 13 get together, and that 13 was hard into the outside wall. Sean Jacobs in the outside wall. He might have a little bit of damage. We'll take a look at this pass here, and there was some contact with the 24 and the 13. 24, I think it breaks loose on him a little bit right there, and he gets into the 13 car and contact with the outside wall. Paul Brown, the race leader here on lap 94. 91 gets up into the wall. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. We might have some lap traffic come into play here. As the 77 of Paul Brown trying to hang on here as Ed Palumbo running in the second position. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. starting to close in on these guys. Here on lap 95. This is the kind of racing we came here to see. Claudio Bardelli Jr. tucks out, and he's going to end up giving up a position if he's not careful. Bardelli Jr. here starting to look on the outside line. He is way up into the wall. He gets into the wall, comes back down a little bit. Paul Brown going down to the inside. This lap traffic may help him a little bit. 90 now on lap 96. 77 and 54 battling it out. Don't forget about the 9X. Romulo Silvietta. Look at this, man. Where in the hell did he come from? Oh, my God. Where did Romulo Silvietta come from? He is now in this mix. He just reappeared from somewhere. He has got a head of steam. Romulo Silvietta could be the spoiler. He contact right there with Paul Brown. Scrubs off a little bit of speed. Two laps to go. As the 9X got up into the 77 as he was trying to vie for the race lead. Now having a battle with the 54. The 77, Paul Brown with two laps to go. They are 3 wide behind. Colin Matiak here in this mix. He's now up to the high side. Oh, man, Sean Jacobs and Colin Matiak get together. This is anybody's race at this point, man. You get to see 6 guys can win this race. Last lap here as Romulo Silvietta, Paul Brown battling it out. The 54 in this mix. The 77, Paul Brown. Oh, there's contact right there. Contact. And they're going to race it out here as the 77. And they got a huge pileup. I had a feeling that was coming. Huge pileup. They're still wrecking back there as the 77 of Paul Brown is going to win this race. Colin Matiak finishes second and seals the championship. As the 77 gets this race win, what in the world happened there? Oh my gosh. As Paul Brown gets the race win, and I have no idea what went on. We'll take a look here as this is another incident here. The 4X and the 2X get together. These guys wreck. That's a separate incident right there. The 41. Take a look at it here. This is the 9. Oh, man, the 9X just lost the back end of that car. He gets into the 54. The 54 and the 24 get together. There's wrecking going on there. We had 2 separate incidents, I think. And Paul Brown gets the race win. My Evans. So Paul Brown gets the race win. Wow. Wow. That was an ugly race. I'm going to be honest with you. That was a little bit of an ugly race right there. And Paul Brown gets the race win, but Colin Matiak, when Lady Luck is on your side, Lady Luck is on your side. How about that, huh? We'll take a look at the session results here real quick before we get Paul Brown up in the booth with us. Paul Brown gets the race win. Colin Matiak with a second place finish seals the deal with the championship. Romulo Silvietta finishes in third. Claudio Bardelli Jr. fourth. John Stanley fifth. Lauren Stopworth sixth. Artur Vieira finishes in the seventh position. Preston Hassel eighth. Zach Moncasey battles back for a ninth place finish. Thiago Gomez 10th. 11th is Ed Palumbo. Felipe Munez finishes in 12th. Jair Oliveira 13th. Givaldo Spindola finishes in 14th. Felipe Granado finishes in 15th. Lucas Sinfner 16th position. Sean Jacobs 17th. Jesus Iglesias 18th. Tim Lansbury finishes in 19th. Jim Willis finishes in the 20th position. Will Dunbar 21st. Terrace Enrique 22nd. Reese Canaday finishes in the 23rd position, and Gilmar Peixoto finishes in the 24th position. So Paul Brown gets the race win, and wow, he got that car back up to the front at the right time, and he had a little bit of a challenge there, but it looked like that. Looked like there was a little bit of an issue there with Romulo Silveira and Ed Palumbo. Romulo lost the back end of that car down on that bottom line and got into Ed Palumbo. We'll get Paul Brown up here in the booth with us, and then talk to our champion, Colin Matiak. Paul Brown here joining us up here in the booth. Congratulations, Paul. I imagine that you probably had no idea you were going to end up in victory lane here, judging from the early part of that race.
No, sir, I did not. I thought I was done for.
Well, I mean, it seemed to me like once that first caution flag flew and guys got sort of bunched up again, they just forgot how to drive.
That's what it felt like tonight. Like just so much aggression and just looking for positions that weren't there, and just a lot of craziness going on.
I think the guys are forgetting too that you got a lot of rubber down on the track. The track is slick anyway. This track is slick anyway, but when you get rubber down on the track and you guys get bunched together, you just got to exercise some patience.
Exactly. I mean, patience is key, right? Always.
Well, what was going through your mind there is when you're on pit lane and the caution flag comes out?
Oh, I figured I'd be a lap down at least. And, just stuck a lap down for the longest time. Have to do a wave round or something to get back up there. Basically what happened, I just didn't expect to be back to the front.
I was saying when you pitted and that caution flag came out, I was sort of reiterating sort of my strategy for races is generally to try to stay out as long as I can, because it seems like, a large percentage of the time, caution flag comes out on somebody trying to make a pit stop or coming back off of pit lane.
Yep. I had to go in when I did. I was out of fuel. I would have barely made it another lap. So, but yeah, you're right. You kind of wait as long as you can and hope the caution comes out before you get trapped on pit road. So.
Well, man, you do a lot of racing, and let's talk a little bit about what you have in your league at Ridge Runners Racing. You got some racing going on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Mondays as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Mondays we do a road course mixed road course mod. Not mixed cars, we just mix up the mods. Every 12 to 14 races we'll throw something new in there and go run them again. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Tuesdays and Thursdays we're running kind of a fantasy stock car. Pretty cool all-wheel drive stock car on Tuesday nights. 6 speeds, awesome braking. They're a lot of fun. So 900 horsepower. Yeah, good stuff. We're having a good time with it. And
then Thursday City Nights is just kind of the 2-wheel drive version of that stock car?
Yeah, Thursday nights is your normal stock car with 900 horsepower. So they're a beast too. A lot of fun.
And guys can contact you on Discord here through our Discord channel and inquire about that if they're interested in coming out and racing with you.
They definitely can. Yep.
Well, hey man, thanks for all you do at HORL. You do a great job of helping us out. Always great technical advice and do a lot of work for us too. And I really appreciate that. And good to see the 77 car coming into victory lane after a little bit of a messy race, but you had the car in the right place at the right time.
Yes, thank you, Heath, and thank you guys for putting us on.
All right, man. I'm sure I'll talk to you later this weekend.
For sure. Take care, man. Thanks.
All right. Well, it looks like Colin Matiak has he wasn't feeling too well and went took off here, so not going to get an interview with the champion, unfortunately. But congratulations to Colin Matiak on winning the championship here in the Buschwackers series. So fantastic run for him this season. He got 4 wins. We'll take a look at the screenshot there for Colin Matiak. So the 2020 winter season champion goes to the 13 car of Colin Matiak. And unfortunately not able to get an interview with him. Hope he's feeling better. And definitely send out our well wishes to Colin. And congratulations to him. And also send a shout out to Colin's mom and dad for supporting him in his sim racing life. You know, it's an expensive little endeavor, that's for sure. And Colin's really good too. I mean, he's a 16-year-old driver, and you know, this guy. You know, you don't really see, honestly, you don't really see a lot of 16-year-olds that are really getting into sim racing. You know, they're mainly playing a lot of other games, and but Colin does a great job. And again, well-deserved championship for Colin Matiak, one of our Ohio drivers. So congratulations to him. Well, tonight's server was provided by EliteHostingUSA.com. Perfect for rFactor 2. They got 3 server packages for you. So we had a big field here, 24 cars out tonight. It was a little messy as far as just the way the guys were driving each other, but there was no connection issues. And we had a lot of drivers here from south of the equator, from Brazil, on this server as well. So it just gives you an idea of the quality of these servers that EliteHostingUSA.com provides. So if you're interested in a server for your racing league, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. And don't forget about ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. All things comic related. ZiaComics.com. Well, we got some GT3 cars headed your way tomorrow. High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, Riverside International, 50-minute race. It's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Time right here on TurnLeftTV live. This is going to be a great track, man. I'm telling you what, you're talking about not a hugely technical track. This is just going to be flat-out speed. You do not want to miss it. It's coming up tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. And you know what that means? That means I'm out of here.